If it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this was a team after the Russell Wilson trade that looked like they might be bottoming out. But for years, the Seahawks have had great success in the NFL draft, as you well know. And they've used the last few drafts to really restock this roster.
And they certainly have restocked this roster and have gotten back to playing football the way that they want to do it. Seahawks football, which means running the ball with authority on offense. They've added runners, offensive linemen, and now they're just being forceful in the way they're going about their business, the way that they did it when they ran to Super Bowls.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Vikings, we know all about the skilled players on offense, but they're looking to make up some ground on the defensive side of the ball this season, as they were second from the bottom in total defense a year ago.
What they want to do is find a way to be more consistent on that side of the ball and not rely on making big plays late in games in order to secure victories. They want to be able to stop people earlier. That's what they're looking to do in 2023.
The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Here's Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the pop. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings set to go to work, and they're led by the leading passer in the NFC a season ago. Now in his 12th year, 6th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Minnesota's new coaching staff really leaned on Cousins for leadership and production, and the longtime vet was up to the pressure. 29 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and a 13-win season, his best as a starter. Captain Kirk, he's quietly been one of the league's most productive passers the last few seasons.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
On play action, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Cousins now on second down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
First down, Vikings.
We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver, and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Cousins now. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This one a little slow to get cooking, just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Seattle, 51 yards. every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now it's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. This one caught by Osborne, right side. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings 1st down as he'll get this up to the 43. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st down, here's Cousins. And that's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Slant route, and he's got Addison. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
No receivers open, so he's forced to put that one into pure sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Cousins to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Joseph's got it. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Both these